A court can forgive clumsy phrasing. It rarely forgives the wrong angle of the head. In Kurosawa's Ran, men speak of duty while their chins confess appetite, fear, or insult. The room hears the neck before the sentence. That is where rank leaks. Stone corridors, lacquered armor, winter light. A lord sits above his retainers, and every face below him becomes a small treaty with gravity. Some lower the chin to survive the hour. Some lift it a fraction too far. Then, the air changes. Elsewhere, the same law governs quieter rooms. A board table replaces tatami, glass replaces cedar. The architecture still rewards whoever appears least in need of permission, and punishes whoever seems to plead with the ceiling or kneel to the floor. Hidatora in Ran wants obedience wrapped as devotion. His sons want succession without the stain of open revolt. Their households depend on appearances holding one more day. So posture becomes a courier for motives language cannot safely carry. Taro inherits title but not serenity. Jiro covets position and studies weakness with more patience. Saburo alone risks frankness and pays for it first. The father needs reverence. The heirs need timing. And the court needs a story that still sounds orderly. Lady Kaede enters another register entirely. Her words are measured, almost ceremonial. Her chin, however, remains level when others bend, and slightly tilts when they bluff. The men around her borrow force from titles. She extracts it from composure, and servants pay for every silence. Because it is public and half-conscious. Vocabulary is drafted for inspection. Head position leaks from older machinery. Rooms trust the leak, because it arrives before editing. And the unguarded often pays for that trust. A lowered chin can signal caution, shame, concentration, grief. A raised chin can suggest ease, challenge, theatrical courage, or simple anatomy. The structure still rewards snap readings over careful ones. Then the misunderstood person pays in status, while the room congratulates itself for intuition. Clausewitz wrote that war is a contest of wills. Small gestures become ledgers in that contest. The chin offers a fast estimate of who expects resistance and who expects compliance. Such estimates are often crude. Crude estimates still govern promotions, alliances, and punishments. Arendt understood how public surfaces harden into political fact. Repetition turns a glance into evidence. A rumor into common sense. Chin position works the same seam. Once a room agrees what a posture means, dissent becomes expensive, and the isolated person pays for consensus. Consider Saburo's refusal. He speaks plainly to a father intoxicated by ritual. His chin does not perform the softness the ceremony demands. The speech is remembered as insolence because the posture frames it first. Exile follows, and candor pays in distance. Consider the flatterers beside him. Their language overflows with loyalty. Their chins dip at precisely the rate custom expects. Each nod a tax paid to authority. The father mistakes choreography for love. Later the household pays, because deception kept its wages. Kaede recognizes something harsher.
She sees that men pardon elaborate lies when the neck carries aristocratic calm. Iris Murdoch wrote about the difficulty of seeing justly. Courts dislike that difficulty. They prefer elegant surfaces, and the dead eventually pay for the preference.
Noticed that appearances govern access long before truth governs judgment. Chin position belongs to that frontier. It is not destiny. It is an index the room consults while pretending to be rational. Pure leverage. Someone downstream always receives the invoice. Who pays first? Usually the person whose body tells an older story than their mouth. The anxious expert looks evasive. The tired witness looks guilty. The earnest subordinate looks juvenile. Institutions call these impressions professionalism, and ordinary people absorb the penalty. Who pays next? The strategist who lives inside posture for too long. A permanently elevated chin can preserve command for a season. It also calcifies into loneliness, because every exchange becomes ceremonial. The self pays by forgetting how to arrive without armor. And who disappears from the record? Clerks, aides, spouses, children, servants. They inherit the weather generated by rooms they did not design. In Ran, whole landscapes burn because a few powerful faces could not descend from performance. The many pay for the posture of the few. The pattern survives in modern offices, courtrooms, campaigns, even dates that imagine themselves casual. A candidate keeps the chin high to avoid seeming cornered. An employee tucks it down to avoid sounding presumptuous. The room rewards readability. And complexity pays with distortion. Years of watching taught me something dry. People rarely believe what words mean when posture offers a faster myth. To see that clearly is useful. It is also lonely, because one begins to notice how often judgment is only choreography with institutional backing. Study the angle, then ask what the room rewards for reading it that way. Refuse the cheap myth when the cost lands on the wrong person. Until next time.